Let's talk about the backbone of pharmacovigilance, regulatory requirements and documentation. I know some might find this part less exciting, but trust me, this is where the rubber meets the road in drug safety. Imagine you're a detective solving a mystery. Every detail matters, and how you document your findings could make or break the case. That's exactly what we do in pharmacovigilance. The 4Ws rule is your best friend here. Who experienced the event? Patient demographics, medical history. What exactly happened? Detailed description of the adverse event. When did it occur? Timeline of drug administration and event. Why do we suspect it might be related to the drug? Assessment of causality. But here's what makes this really fascinating. These requirements aren't just bureaucratic paperwork. They're designed to create a global safety net for patients. When a healthcare provider in Singapore reports an unusual reaction, that information could help protect a patient in Sweden or South Africa. Let me share a real-world scenario that illustrates why documentation is so crucial. In the late 1990s, a particular weight loss medication was withdrawn from the market due to heart valve problems. It wasn't a single dramatic case that led to this discovery. It was the careful documentation and analysis of multiple cases over time that revealed the pattern.
Now, let's discuss what I consider one of the most critical links in the pharmacovigilance chain: healthcare professionals like you. You're on the front lines of patient care, and your role in drug safety is invaluable. Think of yourself as a sentinel, watching for signals that might indicate a safety concern. Every time you notice something unusual and report it, you're contributing to the global understanding of drug safety. Here's what makes your role particularly powerful. You have direct patient contact and can observe reactions firsthand. You can gather detailed medical histories and recognize patterns. You can follow up on cases and document outcomes. Most importantly, you can identify subtle changes that patients might not recognize as significant. Let me share something that often surprises healthcare professionals. Sometimes what seems like a minor observation to you could be the missing piece in a larger safety puzzle. That slight tremor you noticed in a patient, when combined with similar reports from around the world, it might help identify a previously unknown adverse reaction.
Let's bring all these concepts together with a comprehensive case study. You're a pharmacist and a patient comes to your pharmacy complaining of intense itching and a rash 3 days after starting a new antibiotic. The patient has no known allergies and has taken other antibiotics in the past without issues. Think through this scenario step by step. 1. How would you classify this event? 2. What essential information would you need to document? 3. What questions would you ask the patient? 4. How would you assess the causality? 5. What would be your immediate actions? As you consider these questions, remember that your actions in this moment contribute to the larger picture of drug safety. Every well-documented case, every careful observation helps build our understanding of medication safety profiles and ultimately protects future patients. Let's take a fascinating journey around the world of pharmacovigilance standards. Did you know that a side effect reported in Tokyo needs to be understood the same way in Toronto? This is where international standards become crucial. The World Health Organization plays a pivotal role here, particularly through its Uppsala Monitoring Center. Think of it as the United Nations of drug safety, creating a common language that all countries can speak when it comes to medication safety. Here's what makes this global system truly remarkable: that when you report an adverse event using standardized terms and formats, that information becomes part of a worldwide safety database. It's like adding a piece to a global puzzle, helping to identify safety signals that might not be apparent in any single country. Let me share a compelling example. The story of how international collaboration helped identify a rare but serious skin reaction to a commonly used anticonvulsant. It took reports from multiple countries, all using standardized terminology, to recognize the pattern and take appropriate action. Now, let's talk about something that's at the cutting edge of modern pharmacovigilance risk management planning. This isn't just about reacting to problems, it's about anticipating and preventing them. Imagine you're playing chess. The best players don't just respond to their opponent's moves, they anticipate them. That's exactly what we do in risk management planning. What do we already know about this medication's safety profile? What are the potential risks we need to watch for? Which patient populations might be particularly vulnerable? What strategies can we put in place to minimize these risks? Here's where it gets interesting. Sometimes the most effective risk management strategies come from unexpected places. For instance, a simple change in packaging design might prevent medication errors, or a specific monitoring schedule might catch potential problems early. Let's peer into the future of pharmacovigilance. We're standing at the threshold of some incredible technological advances that are transforming how we monitor drug safety. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are revolutionizing how we detect safety signals. Imagine algorithms sifting through millions of medical records, identifying patterns that human observers might miss. But here's the key point. These tools aren't replacing human expertise, they're enhancing it. Social media monitoring is another frontier. Patients are sharing their experiences with medications online, creating a new source of safety information. But this brings new challenges. How do we verify this information? How do we balance privacy concerns with safety monitoring? Let's end with a challenging scenario that brings together everything we've discussed. You're reviewing safety reports for a new diabetes medication and noticed 3 cases of an unusual skin reaction in elderly patients. All cases occurred in different countries. 2 patients were also taking blood pressure medication. 1 case resulted in hospitalization. Consider, how would you apply international standards to classify these events? What risk management strategies might you recommend? How would you leverage global databases to investigate similar cases? This scenario demonstrates how modern pharmacovigilance requires us to think globally while acting locally, always keeping patient safety at the forefront of our decisions.
As we wrap up this module, remember that pharmacovigilance is more than just monitoring drug safety. It's about protecting patients through vigilance, documentation, and international collaboration. Every report you make, every observation you document, contributes to the global understanding of medication safety. The field continues to evolve with new technologies and methodologies, but the core principle remains unchanged, ensuring that the benefits of medications outweigh their risks for every patient.